What's up, Rockstars? Welcome to another video. This one is talking about using Hitler to sell your games and whether or not that's a good idea or not. I'll give you one hint on that. No.
Thank you to my channel sponsor Into the AM. As a company that believes hard work and a great product is a proper way to conduct business, I am delighted to have them as part of the channel. They have some of the coolest graphic t-shirts around and an absolute best fit and feel that has continually exceeded my expectations. With new shirts arriving all the time and other products like boxers, hats, and even a monthly shirt club, I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Check out the link in my description of this video for an exclusive 10% off everything they sell.
As always, a huge shout out to my patrons and YouTube members. It is through their financial support that this channel is possible. If you appreciate the videos I make every single week for you guys, and you can give even $1 a month, there is a link down below in the description. Thank you so much. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into things. And, I mean, look, okay, the moment you have Hitler and you're putting your game piece in his hand, stop. And don't do it. What is this? This is Impact, a historical trading card game. This is not going to fund. It has $168 pledged. Most of that's probably from friends and family or joke people. But even then, actually, the comments haven't been that much as 5 from 2 people that dropped their pledge, which makes sense. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that I guess people are a little tone deaf here. Now, here's the thing. First of all, can you have Hitler in your game? Now, there might be some yes or no or whatever, but as I said, I'm fine with games being fun. I'm fine with games assuming that, people are adults. I'm fine with all sorts of things. Just like I'm fine with, movies that include him in it, right? There's been some very impactful ones even, or documentaries or anything like that. And, so I get it, but you don't advertise it that way. For instance, even Wolfenstein, which is a goofy game, right? It is a game that is, not taking itself super seriously. Well, first of all, it has you killing Hitler, not playing Hitler and having him on your team and on your side. So that's one thing. But you don't put your game piece he's not holding Wolfenstein saying, buy this as your first image. In fact, you have to just kind of scroll down a bit until you eventually get it. And even then, really what it's talking about is that, the whole Mecha Hitler and stuff like that from the video games from back when are actually in this. This is officially licensed, and they're doing an authentic take on it based off the game itself, which is why I believe this wasn't even on offer in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, because they have actual laws around that. Because it's a serious thing, right? I get it. It very much makes sense there, I think. So, yeah, you're not... it's bad. So what is this? Well, this is a Magic the Gathering clone. 100%. For instance, he talks about mana. He calls it geometry, but then goes on to continue to call it mana, stuff like that. It's very much a clone of Magic the Gathering in much the same way. You have 21 health instead of 20 health. That's, oh wow, huge difference there. It's bad. So it looks like it's using all publicly available images, and then he's just putting stuff on here. There's a ton of misspellings. This is physicist. That's locomotive. Happens all at ones instead of once. It's bad. A lot of it is really, really bad. He gives a date range, but then he even gives a date range to the elevator instead of just locomotive. So it's negative 236 to 1857, and then elevators weren't around after 1857. He has he shows a card of code programming that was invented in 1990 apparently. That was computer programming was 1990? No. It was not. Much earlier than that, actually. Surprisingly earlier than that. It's bad. It's bad. Now, this is just some guy, right, trying to do something interesting. And I get it. I get the idea of having a historical, teachable, learnable game, obviously one that was spelled right and stuff like that, done by a person that can actually do it, and with properly sourced images and stuff. That'd actually be very cool. I often talk about wanting to play things that are teachable so that I can have a conversation after the game with my kids. I think that'd be wonderful and great. I see nothing wrong with that. I think gaming is a great way to teach. A lot of teachers do that, right? I mean, it's the whole point from special needs to, but like just proper, teaching kids, it just, I get the idea. It's just poorly implemented. And you especially have to worry about anything that puts Hitler as a good thing. That's kind of the thing. So like, for instance, in this game, you play Hitler and he's on your side, right? If Hitler was a card that maybe you played against somebody else, like you're still playing it and still used to your advantage, but at least then it's not like I want Hitler on my side. It's more like, oh no, Hitler showed up and now this happened or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you have to work with things like that in a very careful way, in a very purposeful way. So the focus really needs to be on teaching, and the focus really needs to be on appropriateness of your actions with the character. So fighting Mecha Hitler, you are killing Nazis, you are killing Hitler. Nobody thinks that killing Hitler and fighting Nazis is a bad thing, right? Like that's like what you do, right? A generally accepted stuff. Wanting to get Hitler on your team because he's a really good character, not so much, right? So you do kind of have to watch out for stuff like that, and definitely don't advertise your game like that. Now, why is Kickstarter okay with it? Well, that's because Kickstarter doesn't care. If Kickstarter cared, then you wouldn't have illegal Kirby miniatures on display right now. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Kickstarter actually manually says, yes, this is good, approved. They approve everything that shows up. But this is, they don't even claim they have the right to Kirby here, right? They have no claim at all. They don't even pretend, because they don't, obviously. It's just, hey, I just made some Kirby minis, and I'm going to throw them up on Kickstarter. And Kickstarter will take them down the moment somebody complains with legal action and is some kind of rights holder. Otherwise, they'll leave them there. What does it matter? Who cares? So yeah, you can have Hitler holding your game saying "buy me," and they don't care, right? They're not gonna be all pushy about that. As long as they can get a cut of the funds, if it does fund, they're happy. So yeah, we need to kind of do better than this. This is pretty sloppy. Get the idea? Don't Photoshop your game cards into Hitler's hand. Just don't. I shouldn't have to tell people this, but who else is going to cover something like this? So yeah, this happened today. So you can go about your business now and move on with your life, knowing that thankfully this won't be made, and you won't be playing Hitler on your table anytime soon to give you bonuses or benefits. So yay on that. Anyway, guys, just wanted to bring this to your attention because it was a good talking point. It was worthwhile. I was going to put this in a news video, but I was going to spend too much time on it, right? And like those need to move. So I pulled this one out and I'll talk about this one separately. It's kind of a little bonus video for you guys. So, yeah, even stuff like Jesus or Muhammad or something like that, like these are very, these are historical figures that people put a lot of weight into, right? And mishandling religious usage could be kind of issues too, especially again for teachable things. So if you want to have Jesus Christ in your game and you want it to be a learnable thing, that's fine. Photoshopping your card onto his picture, we're getting a little silly now, which you can do humor as well. Humor's typically pretty okayed, right? People can have jokes. Right, humor has always kind of been allowed to subvert rules that you normally follow. But if you're really trying to be like historical and teaching stuff, you might not want to just be silly as well. So anyway, just my 2 cents. But what the heck do I know? I'm just a guy. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Is this okay? Is this something that we should encourage? Is this something we should pursue? Is this just a good idea done poorly? Is this just something we should never even attempt? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Maybe debate it with you. If you disagree with anything I said here, I'm all for talking about it. So with that out of the way, I'll be letting you guys go. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Bye, guys.